YouTube, what up with y'all? It's been a little minute since I've done a video. I know every video I keep saying that it's been a minute since I've done a video, but it actually been like a minute since I've done a video, to be honest. But what I want to talk about today is like weekend load that you bring home on the weekend and you drop it off, like, you know, on Monday. And for me, I picked up a load in PA. So I picked up a load in PA earlier this week. Actually, I picked up the load on Friday. I drove like 800 miles through St. Louis, and it's going to Nebraska. It's going to Omaha, Nebraska, right? So I stopped at home and I chilled for a little bit, and now I'm heading to PA. I'm heading to Nebraska, and I want to talk about the toll that this takes on your body in order to go home and leave like before the weekend ends. You know, like, it's easier to not stop at home than to stop and then gotta leave before Saturday and Sunday is over. You know, it's I don't know, for me it's kind of like draining, and it doesn't seem healthy for me, you know, which I'm not really worried about, like health and stuff like that, which I should, but I'm not worried about that. I'm just kind of focused right now on, you know, getting my stuff right and getting out of this HOTSHOT game in, you know, at least 2 years or so. Ken V, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that guy. He's like a truck driver. He was a previous truck driver. He got out when, you know, the whole truck pandemic hits, because we have the regular pandemic, then we have the truck pandemic. When the regular pandemic was over, then that's time the truck pandemic hits. You know, Ken V got out at the same time that Alex did, and, you know, a lot of these guys got out at the same time. So he's been like a big inspiration in like what I'm doing and stuff like that. You know, shout out to him, where he just basically let me know that, hey, like, there's no end goal in trucking. And I mean, he didn't let me know, he put it out there on his YouTube. But sorry for all the rambling, but get back on track. We're talking about weekend runs, weekend loads, the load where you have to leave out early Sunday, or, you know, midday Sunday. For me, I left out my house like in the afternoon, because I'm going to Omaha, Nebraska, and it's like 6 hours away from me. So, you know, I could left my house at like 5-6 and get there, because you know, I wanted a 10-hour reset also when I get there. So I left out in a timely manner. But, you know, I didn't spend the whole weekend at home, and for me, I think it would be easier if I stayed on the road. Just let me know if y'all share the same thought or viewpoint on this, because like going home like maybe Saturday afternoon or Saturday midday, and then leave home, and like Sunday, I don't know, Sunday afternoon, or you know, Sunday at about 6 o'clock. I don't know if y'all call that night, but for me, it's just not healthy in my mindset. It's like I'm getting attached to home, and, you know, plus I got a baby at home, so, you know, I want to see my child too, and, you know, it's not healthy for the child not to see me, and it's not healthy for me to go home. So like, what should a person do in that situation? You know, for me, I gotta go home. You know, I gotta go home at least once every 2 weeks or once every 3 weeks, because that has been my routine, to go home at least once every 3 weeks. I'm not trying to have a month catch me on the road. You know, it's pretty good money, because weekend loads make up at least 25% of my revenue, for me personally, because I've got this load from PA to Nebraska. It's exactly $2 a mile. It's 2,600 on 1,200 miles. You know, actually that's not exactly $2 a mile. I think $2 a mile would be 1,300 miles. Yeah, So it's like $2.10 a mile, which is pretty decent in this market, you know. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I just want to talk about that real quick and get y'all viewpoint on it. What you guys do on the weekend? Do you guys start heading home on Thursday, Friday, and you know, try to drop something off at home, or do you guys go home empty? I know for me, I live in a pretty good area, so I'm sure I could get something coming out of St. Louis. Unlike, you know, I could get something coming out of St. Louis on Monday, but I'll have to drop that off on Tuesday, you know. But if I pick something up on Friday, then I'll drop that off on Monday. You know, that's a pretty good chunk of my profit coming in on the second week, because right now, this is $2,600 I'm getting in on Monday. You know, in which if I had come home empty, I'll be getting nothing on Monday. I'll have to look forward to Tuesday in order to make some money. You know, so that's stuff that I try to keep in my mind, and you know, basically do the right thing, man. But let me know if y'all think that's the right thing. Let me know if y'all do that. But for me personally, it's kind of taking a toll, you know, on my mental state. Not necessarily like my body and stuff like that, but it's like feeling attached, then have to leave. It doesn't really do nothing to your body, in my opinion. It have more so to deal with your mental, you know, and what you guys, you know, think, and like, do I really want to lie to these brokers and say, hey, my truck broke down and I you know, have to deliver on Tuesday? Because also, like, regardless of how much sleep you get in your truck, you are tired when you wake up. And that's something that I've known, like, when I get home. That's something that I realize when I get home, like, oh my God, like, why am I so tired? And I took a full 10-hour reset the night prior to that. Like, why am I tired? Because you were sleeping in the truck, or if you're sleeping in the hotel, it's like you are sleeping looking forward to something, and you're not sleeping to be like untired, or you're not sleeping to be rested. You are sleeping looking forward to waking up. So basically your body's like 60% sleep. If you are sleeping in the truck, maybe 40% sleep, because you gotta sleep and watch out for stuff. Maybe you gotta sleep to watch out for maybe you're in a bad neighborhood, maybe you were in a bad truck stop. You gotta watch out for people hitting your truck. So like, you're not 100% all the way asleep, you know. So you're not really getting like the good sleep as when you are home feeling comfortable and, you know, getting your sleep in. But that's something that's for a different video. Right now I just want to talk about, how do you guys feel when you are at home? Do you want to stay there, or do you want to leave? You know, not for people who have bad home situation. I'm just talking about regular people who go home to maybe a family, maybe you go home to yourself, whatever you go home to, man. But like a regular house, regular stuff, you know, just normalcy, you know. But anyways, man, want y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is just a night thought. It's a truck talk, or, you know, road talk, or whatever I named the last one. You know, peace out though.